Welcome back everybody to Extreme Power No Handling, and today we're dealing with the 1985 Nissan Safari Turbo. Now I've ditched the original inline 6 turbo diesel engine for a twin turbocharged V8 which now produces 1060 horsepower and 889 pounds-feet of torque, and the car itself weighs 3490 pounds. Can do 0 to 60 in 3.424 seconds, 0 to 105.033 seconds, going on to a top speed of 190 miles an hour. So yeah, hell of a lot more powerful than it was originally. It was dealing with nearly 10 times the power it had from stock, and a hell of a lot more torque as well. Weighs slightly less as well, but the main thing is whether or not it can handle all that extra power. And yeah, this is the oldest SUV we've had on this series so far by a full year. A year older than the Lamborghini LM 002. And yeah, this car does handle maybe a little bit better than that Lamborghini, purely because it doesn't have so much weight, but you know, it is quite short in terms of wheelbase, so and obviously it's dealing with far more power than it had originally, so whether or not it can handle it, we'll have to just find out. But the all-wheel drive system should help, and it doesn't weigh all that much, especially compared to other SUVs we've had on this series. So yeah, let's take it out there and see what it can do. Right, so the all-wheel drive system will help in terms of dealing with the rain and the puddles, but whether or not it can handle both those elements as well as the power that it has from stock, I'm going to have to see. If there's going to be anything wrong with this car, it's going to be the brakes, because obviously it was only ever meant to do a 93 mile an hour originally. It can certainly do a lot more than that even on this track, so yeah, they may be problematic. And understeer, because obviously it didn't have all that power split between the front and rear originally, so you know, it's not 180 horsepower it's dealing with from at the front. It was more like 54 if it was split 50-50, so yeah, dealing with around, you know, 530 horsepower at the front and the rear, so that is a lot to ask over what it had originally. Again, nearly 10 times the power it had. So yeah, there's the understeer that I was talking about. Really is ploughing forward at that point, but at least understeer is a little bit more controllable than oversteer, which is something we certainly don't want to be having if we're going around corners. That only slows you down, like that for instance. Well, 20 mile an hour quicker than its original top speed just on that straight there. A little bit of off-road in there, but a first lap time 1 minute 32.832 is not half bad. Certainly better than several cars on this series. Oh dear, that oversteer there was playing havoc with getting around that corner. Just not what I want to get a smooth lap out of this car. Much better through that corner. Much better onto this straight as well. If I hadn't have screwed up on that first corner, we might have well been on for a much faster lap. But still, an improvement of 2.340 seconds for a time of 1 minute 30.492 is still pretty good. Obviously we still have a few more laps to go to improve upon that further. Not screwing up on this first corner will certainly help in that regard. Certainly does wobble about a little bit. Certainly a fair bit of body roll. it is a mid-80s SUV, so it shouldn't really be any surprise. As fast that time round down the straight. Faster lap nonetheless at 1 minute 27.922, which is really rather impressive. Didn't have to slow down so far behind the corner because of these brakes. Might well have been on for a much faster time. But that's the whole point of this series, exposing flaws in cars with an additional amount of power. In this case, a hell of a lot more power. So quite frankly, I wouldn't have really noticed how lackluster the brakes are by just, testing the car standard. Because, like I said, it doesn't have all that high of a top speed, it doesn't have incredible acceleration or anything like that, so it would have been barely noticeable. But here, it really rather is. Again, another improvement at 1 minute 27.438, so we're on the final lap, so let's try and reduce that time further. Well, no improvement on that final lap, but 1 minute 27.438 is an incredibly good time for a car of this age. And yeah, goes all the way into 6th place. It beats the likes of the Jeep Trailcat, the Toyota Baja truck, the Volkswagen Touareg, the Audi Q7 V12, and more importantly, the Lamborghini LM 002, as that is a car from the same era as this. And yeah, smashed that Lamborghini's time. And the fact that it's quicker than several newer SUVs is also really rather impressive. And it's not all that far behind the Mercedes-Benz ML 63 AMG, which was really rather controlled for a car with so much more power than it had originally. So yeah, really impressed by that. I think the one reason why this car was so much better was it's just far lighter than other SUVs, be they from the same period as this or newer. Because yeah, likes of that Volkswagen Touareg and Audi Q7 were, £4,000, £5,000 in terms of weight, and Lamborghini LM 002 was just as much as well. So yeah, lack of weight certainly helped, but if it had better brakes, then it would have been even better, because obviously we had to slow down a hell of a lot. you know, in terms of distance before the corners. But that was the only real flaw, really. Yes, it had some understeer, but as soon as you started to you know, get to grips with how that vehicle handled with all this extra power, it was easily controllable as well as the oversteer. So yeah, really impressed by it, especially for a car of its age, and being the oldest SUV, that's a incredible time and incredible placing. There's only 2 other SUVs ahead of it, like I said, the Mercedes as well as the Toyota Land Cruiser Arctic trucks. So yeah, not a bad showing at all, and hopefully even older SUVs can do just as well. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.